Hey knitters, it's Louise here. I am just popping in to show you how to pick up a drop stitch. I'm going to show you how to do a knit stitch and a purl stitch. I've got a little sample here that shows knit one, purl one. So let's work here at a knit stitch. Let's say you're knitting along as if pretend we're doing a ribbing on the cuff of our sock. We come to a knit stitch. It falls off our needle and the whole stitch just pops out. So this is what a drop stitch looks like. We've got a loose stitch here in front and we've got this horizontal strand behind. I want you to take special note of where this horizontal strand is. For a knit stitch and a purl stitch are picked up slightly different. For the knit stitch, we want to have the drop stitch in front, the horizontal strand in back. We're going to pick up our crochet hook and we are going to insert it into the drop stitch here, front to back. And then we're going to pick up this horizontal strand. We're going to slide that onto the crochet hook and pull that horizontal strand right back through that drop stitch. Now we've got a new stitch on our crochet hook. We're going to slip that back onto the left hand needle and look at that. We've picked up that knit stitch. And then we are just going to knit it as we normally would. So now we've got purl stitch here. So let's say that comes off our needle as well. Comes off and it pops out. Now you're going to notice that things are reversed here from the knit stitch. We've got our drop stitch is in the back and the horizontal strand is in front of it. So we're going to pick up our crochet hook again and we're going to come into this drop stitch and we're going to come into it from the back. Can you see that? We're going to come in from the back to the front. There, does that make it a little clearer? And then we're going to pick up the horizontal strand and we are going to pull that through the drop stitch. Now you can see we've got a brand new stitch here. We're going to slide it back on our left needle tip and there we are. We've got our purl stitch picked up. So again, we're going to carry on with our purling that purl stitch. And when you look back at where our dropped knit and purl was, you can't tell. There's nothing there that would ever give away the fact that you dropped a stitch and you fixed it. So I hope that helps, gives you a little bit of confidence in picking up a drop stitch. So watch this back a few times. Practice picking up your knit stitch and your purl stitch. It's going to feel a little fiddly as you're doing it, but you get a little better with practice. And I hope when you get those drop stitches that occasionally occur, you're going to feel confident enough to pick them up and not feel like you need to pull out the whole row or start the whole project completely over. So there you go. Happy knitting and happy picking up stitches.